Hi Pisces, welcome to your 5-card forecast for the merry month of February. It's a little bit your birthday, just at the tail end, isn't it? Let's see if we can have a better month than the last one. Huh? Oh, hi, it's you, the Knight of Cups. Excellent behaviour. So it's a watery time. You'll be thrilled to hear. The Knight of Cups is all about being stuck in your teenage phase, right? So on the one hand, it can be like new love, exciting romantic connections, being swept off your feet. In this case, I'm genuinely feeling like the Kevin and Perry style, not your slave moment. I hope that makes sense to anyone from America. But the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Cups is, in this case, is that feeling that nothing's quite fair enough. You just want to be going out and doing your own thing. A nostalgia for the way things used to be when you were younger. I will say I've noticed this trend a lot with people where they're like romanticizing and fantasizing about the way things were before the Panny D, and actually like they'd stopped going out about 6 years prior. It just makes you miss everything. So heavy nostalgia vibes for the first week of February. Second week, Ace of Swords. So being super honest with yourselves, actually having a little bit of spice. So having to say things to people that maybe you wouldn't normally say, feeling like feeling like you're able, and people sort of starting to understand you. So towards that second week, Mercury starts to lift a little bit out of retrograde. So you'll find it easier and easier to speak to people as the month goes on. But it's also for you specifically, it's about finding it easier to be understood. So with the Ace of Swords there, you feel able to say, look, Brenda, I don't like how this is playing out. But also Brenda will go, hey, I don't think that Pisces likes how this is playing out, you know? Which is incredibly useful, and it stops some of those kind of frustration tears that I know you will do. So, Knight of Wands. Excellent. So, Knight of Wands is some forward motion finally, Pisces, right? So it really feels like everything that's been accumulating over this month, and I know over the first 2 weeks, on the one hand, yes, it feels like you can have some of those difficult confrontations and a little bit more, as I say, a little bit more spice in your responses. But the Knight of Wands is like proper sriracha sauce, right? It's properly getting stuff done. It's moving forward with ease and speed, and it's suddenly everything coming at you at once. So if I were you, I would take those first 2 weeks to rest, maybe do like live your best teenage life in the first week, like eat too much and sit in front of cartoons and keep a diary that makes you want to be sick when you read it, like perfect, because you will have needed that rest to deal with some of the exciting and impactful and speedy stuff that's coming in the third week, right? Lots of changes, lots of creative movement, lots of it can be small scale travel, but I tend not to read it like that during a pandemic, just because where are you gonna go? You know, this is usually the distance between sort of the UK and Spain, so maybe timeshare, maybe. Nice. Fourth week is a 4 of Wands at the tail end of February for you, coming into your birthday fun times. So 4 of Wands is all about parties. It would be great if we could party in the UK at the end of Feb. That's very wishful thinking, but I'm here for it because this is a Pisces reading and wishful thinking is like your jam. 4 of Wands says weddings, parties, gatherings, but also homecomings. So there's a chance that some of you that have been separated from loved ones for a long time will be starting to get reunited again and having that lovely sensation of, again, partially being regressed into a childlike state, but partially into this like welcoming open arms of your family thing. The 4 of Wands can also be being celebrated for a small achievement. So if you've been powering through trying to get attention from colleagues at work or trying to get people to notice what you're producing, that's a really good sign. And it could be that at the end of February, people are finally like, oh, hey, that Pisces is actually secretly great at this, right? And some recognition. Fours are, I tend to remember them as four legs on a chair, right? So keeping everything very stable, very steady. Try to keep as stable as possible within that. For example, if it's like you have a niece that's just about to be born, that comes up for this card sometimes. That doesn't need to mean that you uproot your whole routine to go and immediately like find and stroke the head of this niece. Take your time, make sure that you are stable and comfortable with the travel plans, make sure that you are comfortable with who's going to be where, do you need to quarantine, all this weird stuff that we now have to think about before you get there, to disable some of that hardcore anxiety that might come up, because sometimes it's a bit of an overwhelmer. Theme of the month for Pisces is Queen o' Cups. Banging, excellent, perfect. Queen of Cups means we're going to start feeling really, really integrated. February really just feels like a great month for all the Pisceans. Like, it feels like a really strong month. It goes from strength to strength. There's not really a bad card there. Queen of Cups is a witchy creature, so it's feeling much more in your surroundings, feeling empathetic, feeling empathic. Just keep a little cheeky eyeball on your resources, your emotional resources. Make sure that you're not just giving everything to everybody and saving nothing for yourself. But Queen of Cups tends to know how to manage those situations pretty successfully. If you are a parent, you may be going into full parent mode, like hardcore parent mode. If you're not a parent and you find yourself sneaking into full parent mode, just have a word with yourself. You don't need to parent everybody. But really, yeah, it's the positive side of mothering, right? The positive side of parenting, where you can be this sympathetic, loving creature all the time. Congratulations. Right, thank you for sticking around. You can have a personal reading with me via Zoom. You can book in using my website. Details should be beneath me. It's amberleyalchemy.co.uk. If you want to join any of my classes, I teach tarot, I teach all sorts of things, and you can access that via my social media. I also have a very nice deal on at the moment, which is a 30-minute reading for two. So 2 times 15 minutes for £20. So that's £10 each, 15 minutes each. Bit of a bargain, but I have a soft spot for favourite made-up holiday, Valentine's Day. All right, so good luck out there. Take care. Enjoy yourselves. It's going to be a good one for you.